Hey guys, welcome back to week 4 of my training towards my first powerlifting competition. Today we are training shoulders and back. I was meant to train this on Thursday originally. It's now Saturday for context. But my anxiety decided to say hello, so I had a nap instead, which, yeah, it was a good nap to be honest. And then yesterday, Friday, we got our 1 day of summer in the UK where it hit about 32, 33 degrees. And it was just like you could hardly breathe. It was that humid outside, so I didn't particularly want to be doing heavy weight training and trying to do a video in that. It just sucked all the energy out of you as soon as you left the house. I had 3 fans on me yesterday and that was just about enough. So we're going to train today. The weather's a bit weird because it was warm, so I had a sleeveless top on, then I came outside to train and it was cold, and now it's got warm again, so I don't really know what's happening. But yeah, shoulders and back, and we'll just jump straight into it.
Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake?
So you'll have seen this in a couple of videos now, I think. Mirror fit, if anybody cares. But the reason I found this really useful is, as you can see, it's got at least 3 different grip types on. So on those ones where you can change grip type, it's quite good just to rotate. So last week when I was doing this exercise, I went narrow grip, which just works your muscle group, in this case your back, a bit differently. You can use it on lat pull down like I did in the other video. Obviously if I want to be a bit narrow on that, that could work as well. So now with that and some of the chest stuff, I just try and week on week just alternate it. So you saw it with the chest flies, where I talked about, that was the first time I'd done them from low, but I rotate between high, medium and low. With this, like I say, between narrow and wide grip. And you can do that with loads of exercises, and it just, like I say, targets those muscles slightly differently, which overall probably give you a good pump, gain, whatever you want to call it. If nothing else, it sort of keeps things at least slightly interesting. If your programming is quite static, it gives you at least one variable you can play with. As you saw on the single arm row there, I decided to do it sort of holding sort of a squat position. Obviously, if you've seen I've got a bench, I could do it from a bench. Sat down, I could do it on the floor. I could do 2 arm row. My coach programmed it this way because I think, well, it helps work on your core a bit more, works on your legs as well, so why not? without taking too much away from the actual muscle it's meant to be activating. But along with what I was saying about the multi-bar, like multi-position row bar earlier, resistance bands are great for versatility. I've got 3 different thicknesses and resistances, and then as you see, you know, you can just do single arm like that, you can put them together, you can put a bar around them and use it on a row, on a pull down, pretty much anything you can think of that maybe you do on cables in a gym. Resistance bands do you go to.
We are shadows in the neon light.
Does it feel a lot easier after you put the chains off and you do it? Does it still feel harder either way?
It's still really hard. So once you're doing it with the chains, your muscles are like fatigued. So that's what drop sets are really good for, is that you do something on a heavy weight, fatigue it to the point where you struggle lifting that weight, drop it just to get a few extra reps up and more volume generally. So it's by no means easy. So another bit of kit that I really like are these chains. I say like, it's like a love-hate relationship. They just alter how the movement is and sort of the load throughout that movement. Not that much with these, because obviously they never go on the floor, so they never get lighter, but just as you could see, they were sort of swinging quite a lot, and that makes it quite awkward when you're trying to keep sort of a tempo. You've got to try and get it with the, that looked a bit dodgy, with the sort of swinging of the chains. So obviously you can use these with, and a lot of people do use these with, things like squats, deadlifts, bench press, your main 3, because they'll help get through sort of certain sticking points. So with squats, for instance, the heaviest at the top and the lightest at the bottom. So as you're pushing up, on the way up, it gets a bit heavier, a bit heavier, a bit heavier. So yeah, really good bit of kit. Would recommend getting them if you can afford them in your own shoulders back, and the usual finisher of hanging leg raises. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's a bit of a weird one again today. So I think last week's episode I said I didn't have any energy, I felt low, blah 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 blah. Today I felt quite good, I felt quite ready for it, and then both me and Annette got outside ready to train, and there's just nothing going on in the area. Like, it's silent. There's occasionally a pigeon that just goes crazy and a helicopter that goes past, but there's just nothing, and with no music or anything, it's just really hard to sort of get energy. So thankfully we didn't record between each set, because all you'd see is me and Annette just sat, just doing nothing. But yeah, that's the workout. Shoulders and back hit, felt pretty good. This week's been a bit of a weird one, but that helped sort of get things back on track and for me to feel good. So next week coming, me and Annette are going on holiday, so there's most likely not going to be a video on the usual time, but there might be sort of a little vlog type thing to come shortly after. We're going to Scotland for a few days, so that'll be nice, just to chill out and not work. If you liked the video, as always, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, that's fine too, but Annette will tell you that you're rude. She'll privately message you on every platform possible, so I wouldn't risk it. If you want to see more of this sort of footage and my training and progress towards my powerlifting competition, feel free to subscribe, it would help massively. As always, any criticism or anything you just want to say, if you want to say hello, just comment down below, that would be cool, and I'll reply because I'm a nice chap. And yeah, I think in the next training video we might have something to show you to do with the area that I'm currently sat in, but you will soon see how that turns out. And until next time, bye! Week 4, shoulders and back. What's that?
Stay there.
Boop, boop,
Boop.
boop, boop. Killer.
Does your head go?